Let's go.
Let's do it.
So I am D.
I'm Lish, and drum roll please. Today we have a special guest with us. I am so happy to have her with us today. Not only is she an award-winning journalist, give me some.
Oh, excuse me.
But she's also a sought-out-after commentator on all things royal. Mm-hmm. Her insightful commentary has graced the screens of CNN, the BBC, ITV, Sky. I'm just naming a few because I can't name all of them.
Of course, you can't.
We're literally gonna be here. Yeah, we'll be here forever. Even Good Morning Britain, where, you know, Cam always loves to say, I see Auntie on TV.
My biggest fan.
And she recently captivated audiences with her wisdom on the TED stage.
Yes.
My girl's doing TED Talks now. Mm-hmm. And she's been a relentless advocate for diversity in journalism and media across the UK. So, exuding the essence of Black girl magic,
Yes.
please join me in giving a warm welcome to the incredible Mrs. Afua Hagan.
Hello. Welcome to Allowance.
Welcome, girl. Our first guest.
I know, this is so exciting. I'm actually
so
super excited.
Can I
I'm
have your
so excited
autograph
to
on
be here. You've got it already. I told you to stop doing this.
You can never have enough.
It's
Of
true.
course,
Yeah,
exactly.
Because somebody's going to be like, you don't know her.
Exactly. You're just going to have to
never
keep
met
on
her.
getting
Yeah,
everything
you gotta
autographed. Exactly. Just keep on getting signed and put away.
Exactly.
How's your week been, ladies?
Do you know, busy.
Of course.
Busy.
Indeed.
Full on, but good. I'm so excited to be here, though.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I love your hair color.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A little bit of
Fantastic.
brand. I'm trying
And
to
check the
invoke.
nails.
Yes, yeah, I spotted those as soon
the
as she
nails
walked in.
are
I'm
giving.
trying to invoke spring
Okay.
because we live in a land of perpetual winter.
Yes.
And it's not working.
Preach.
So it's
get
just
started on
spring
that.
here, and that's it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's what we got.
And this actually ties into what I said last week. We need to start talking about what you're wearing and why today. So, of course, you said you're invoking spring, which is
I'm invoking
fantastic.
spring with this big old
Jumper.
Topshop jumper.
Yes,
Yeah.
fantastic.
These, I don't know where they're from. Somewhere on ASOS, one of those brands on maybe 4th and Reckless.
Okay.
I went through a phase where I bought lots of silver things.
Right. Are we doing Renaissance?
Yeah, I don't really know why.
Situation.
So I
Yeah,
silver trousers, silver skirt, a silver
I
mat.
love it though.
Yes, I do too.
I don't think I could ever get away with that though.
You so good.
Oh, come on. You would.
No, I have nothing metallic in my wardrobe.
You would so get away
You
with it.
so could.
Yeah.
You so could.
Really?
Definitely.
Yeah, they'll be stopping in the streets for you just as they do for
100%.
you.
As they do gas.
They stopped me because they're like, could you go back inside with that outfit?
No,
What are you doing?
No, I'm loving
What are
it.
you wearing today and why?
I'm wearing, I don't know what I'm wearing, but I'm wearing color with, you know, a splash of, I don't know if these are pajamas and I want to sleep, or, you know, I am giving, you know, brightness.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm
spring.
thinking it's giving me very rich auntie.
Is it?
Very, I'm going to Harrods.
It's true.
I'm going to get myself some cheesecake at the counter.
Okay.
A couple of handbags.
Thank you. Upstairs.
Yeah.
Have some champagne.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
just take a nice stroll home.
Yeah,
Because, of course, your home would be 5 minutes away from
exactly.
Harrods.
It is. Thanks for plugging that in there.
Now we know where you live. What are you wearing today and why? You look fabulous, by
thank
the
you
way.
very much. I appreciate it. Bad hair day. Of course, we have to put the hat on. It has to be done. No one has to know. No one has to see. Who's going to know? Nobody's going to know. Who's going to know? Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know.
No one's gonna know.
And as always, I go for my Amish chic. As always.
We love it.
Exactly.
You look fabulous.
Love
Thank you
it.
very much. Thank you,
This is,
ladies.
So cute.
Yeah.
Very expensive Amish look.
A very
Okay,
expensive
yeah.
Amish
Rich Amish auntie.
Yeah.
Rich Amish auntie.
Amish auntie, yeah.
I'm really tapping into my rich auntie vibes.
I'm
And
here
I
for
just
it.
slowly just making sure my wardrobe ties into that look. Because if you look the part,
You'll become the part.
thank you.
See, I find rich auntie vibes easier to do in summer.
Okay.
I haven't quite nailed my
The
rich
rich
auntie
auntie vibe-
winter
the winter
look
look.
yet.
really?
Okay.
I'm going to take some notes from you. But when the weather gets to like above 10 degrees, which
Is never.
rare in London, then yeah, I definitely tap into my rich auntie vibes then.
fantastic.
I need lots of like flowy caftan.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
yes,
yeah,
I
that's
see
true,
that.
that's
That
true,
is
that
your
is
rich.
true.
That's
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
bag.
That's very much me.
Yes, that is
And-
your summer bag.
But caftan with thermals and a winter coat, it's not really
not
cutting it.
doing
Yeah,
it.
no.
It's not doing it.
Yeah, no, that doesn't really work
At all.
that well. I feel like I'm more autumn.
You're a more
Yeah.
autumn chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that from you.
Very little clothes in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not giving
very
that.
little
We've
fabric.
seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If only.
Exactly.
If only.
In the summer, I'm giving rich auntie's daughter.
She
you're
sure
giving,
is.
You're giving rich auntie niece.
Yeah.
That's what you're giving. I love that for you.
Exactly. That's
I
me
also
in
like the
summer.
rings, by the way. I forgot my rings today. Oh, actually, maybe not forgotten them because maybe we could get a sponsor if there's no rings on this.
Exactly.
Take my ring off real quick.
Exactly.
We
Exactly.
need a ring sponsor.
Exactly. Just,
My husband's like, put that ring back on.
We need
so John's like, oh, you're going? I'm like, yeah, but we need the sponsor.
where
So
the
sometimes there
rings
has to
at?
be an episode here and there where they might think there's trouble in paradise, just in case we need a sponsor. Because, a joint Dubai trip with the girls.
Exactly.
Allow it in Dubai.
Yes.
Yeah.
Allow it.
Oh,
Singapore.
yes.
Allow it Accra.
Thank you.
Allow it Cape Town.
Dirty December.
Allow it.
Allow it
Any-
Miami. I'm just throwing suggestions.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Throwing it out there. I'm just letting you know if you really want that sponsor, once in a while,
Yeah.
that ring needs
Well,
to come
I mean-
Sorry, Hubs.
off.
I mean,
Allow it Miami. Yeah.
Miami.
You can come too.
That's the point.
just let us get there first,
Okay.
Okay.
And then we can do it.
and then we can.
Yeah.
I love that for us.
Talking about rings, ladies, you know what we're talking about this week?
Oh my god.
You know everyone loves an in-law.
Oh.
Sorry again,
Everybody
hubby.
loves an in-law. Of course, we're going to tap into maybe. You might be able to dig into some tea with us. You'll never know.
If only this was tea.
Yes. So I've got a quick scenario. Okay, so this young lady is talking about specifically her mother-in-law.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to go for it. Ready? So she said, my mother-in-law counts my tampons.
Oh. Wow.
Okay. There's a lot to dig in here.
People are
Wait.
suffering.
They really are.
Oh my god.
Hi, I'm new here and I just needed to share this. I know this is very mild compared to some stories. Mild? That's what I thought. She has done a lot more. This is just the most recent. She did this earlier today. Mother-in-law, hey, I need to talk to you. Are you pregnant? Me? No. Mother-in-law, don't lie to me. I've been counting your tampons every month.
What?
I noticed you haven't used any this month. Me, completely baffled. I'm not lying. I would know if I was. I'm on birth control. But it's none, really, any of your business.
Exactly.
Mother-in-law, prove it.
Oh wow. Wow.
Prove it.
Wow.
Me, annoyed and knowing
Wow.
if I don't, she'll tell everyone I'm pregnant and start drama. She has done that before. Okay, fine. I'll prove it by letting her feel my arm for it,
Feel her arm.
for the contraception.
Oh, okay.
Mother-in-law, see, it wasn't that hard.
Does she have kids?
I... Wait for it.
Is the mother-in-law where?
I later tell my husband, he said that was her showing that she cares about you.
I'm going. I'm off.
and
do you mean?
and she
Is that
And you should be happy.
Pardon me. What?
He always defends her because he doesn't want drama.
Of course.
And yes, by the way, I do live with her just for a few months till she moves down south to be close to her other family, who she, in her words, care more about her.
Hoi.
I also keep my tampons in the bathroom. There are 2, one in hers and one in ours. Also, I already had a baby with my husband, but she wasn't crazy like this till I had the baby. Edit. My husband did tell me when we first got together, he did say she was a bit off. I think he meant very off. He has had my back in the past. Like when I gave birth, she was upset because I told him to make sure no one sees the baby till we got back home. So he was supportive in that instance. Am I the crazy one here?
I mean,
I could not relate. I don't.
I'm rarely speechless. Like
It's just the
have a job. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
It's so hard. But I just what. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is her issue if the young lady was pregnant?
Right.
What's your problem with
Speak
that?
up. Tell me.
Yeah.
What's your issue? I'm pregnant.
Yeah, speak.
I'm
Yeah, well, tell me you're pregnant. Why are you not telling me?
Exactly.
Why are you
But-
hiding it?
And if I am pregnant, why are you? What is it? Your business? First of all, is it your problem? And I'm not pregnant, and you're counting my tampons. Get a job,
It's
maybe.
the counting of
Uh,
the tampons.
that's
That's
wild.
wild.
But also, hubby just kind of being like, "Oh, that's her way of
Yeah,
showing." She,
yeah,
no,
that's the
she
worst.
cares
That's the
about
worst.
you.
That's the worst.
that's not because that's not caring. That's weird,
abuse.
intrusive, abusive
Yeah.
behavior.
Oh, hello, abuse.
That's
you
abuse.
threw it in there.
I threw it in there.
Why?
Like, should I say trigger warning?
Yeah.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. That is abuse. Why are you counting tampons for?
that's
And then
actually
going to feel if she
arm.
actually has a birth control implant in her arm. That's wild behavior.
I want to know what mum's issue is. If she isn't pregnant, what's the issue? If she is pregnant, what's the issue? Is it that mum feels she's not being involved, she's not being told what's going
Possibly.
on? Is it the lack of control that mum has over their relationship? Is that what the problem is? She's bonkers.
I don't know. I mean, I know of some mother-in-laws, not to the extent where they're counting tampons, but they would be in their son's home, still doing their son's laundry,
Oh,
still
yes.
cooking their son's food, like just kind of stepping on the toes of the wife to make sure that she doesn't do anything for her husband because his mom's here.
Of
I'm
course.
going to do everything for my son, which I find it to be just weird behavior.
Yeah,
Like
it
I
is.
don't get it. Like, let go.
Especially if they're thinking, I am better than. It's okay. Let's say you've had a really long day at work and dinner's already cooked when you get home. Lovely. That's
yeah,
great.
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
If
Help
it's for
as much as you
everybody,
can.
not just for your son.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just for the son.
Just for the
wow,
son.
no, that's wild. That's wild behavior. Like I said, I can't relate because I could not imagine living in a household with someone who's counting my tampons.
At all. And the fact that they are living with her as well. It's not like she just come in and she's
Of
just
course,
being nosy.
exactly. That
You're
means-
there with her, under her roof, 24/7. And this is the issue, is that, especially with African mothers, is that they want their sons and their daughters to go out and get married. Get out,
Right,
go
right,
and find
right.
someone, get married. When are you going to get married? Why can't you be like your friends? And then they get married, and instead of cutting the apron strings, they make them shorter. Of course. It doesn't make any sense, because you're the same person that wanted your son to go out and get married. Now that he is married, it's like,
like,
I'm
come on
actually going to
now.
bring you tighter
Back
into
on
my
exactly.
bosom.
Yeah,
Like,
which does not make any sense whatsoever.
at all.
Let go. Let go.
Cut those apron strings.
And you are not the crazy one, lady.
She definitely is not the
Definitely
crazy one.
one.
No,
I don't
not
know
at all.
what-
Not at all. And then the husband as well. I'm sorry. Like, grow some balls.
Grow some big balls.
Grow some balls.
big
What are you talking
cojones.
about? That's her
I don't
way
know.
of showing
I
that
don't know.
she
He wants some.
loves
He
you.
really
Like,
needs
she-
some actual basketballs.
Maybe Your mother, your mother is there violating your wife's personal space.
You say that's the way she cares.
But also, he wants a quiet life, right?
He sure
because
does.
he knows that
Yeah.
he said to wifey in the beginning, my mum is a bit off. Is that what she said? Mum's a bit off.
A bit off.
So you know that your mum is bonkers.
Right.
So now you're under the roof with bonkers mum and wife who I assume that you love very much. He wants a quiet life. He still wants to get some.
That's
He
true.
still wants his mum's cooking.
Of course.
Still wants mum to do the laundry. Still wants to lay with it. He's just like, you know what?
I just want everyone to be chill, happy, and I just want peace in my life.
And
so
that's
the
not
easiest way to do it is just say.
It's not what's happening.
What would you say? What would you do in that instance? Because of course, hubby is not really supporting you. So would you then say, actually, look, you've overstepped your boundaries. I don't think this is going to work.
I will not be letting her
forward.
feel my implant.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know why she did that.
That's not happening.
I don't know why I think maybe it was just a nervous move. One of those, you know, when
somebody catches you off guard.
Exactly.
And
she didn't really know, and she realizes she shouldn't have done that. Yeah.
I would say to her in the nicest way possible, what we're not going to do is you're not going to count my tampons and I'm not going to punch you in the face.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's where we are right now.
Okay.
And this is how we're gonna carry on living. And if it happens again, I think if wifey has relatives or a mum or a sister, I would maybe talk to them.
Right.
And ask if they can intervene. Because hubby's not doing anything.
Yeah,
But I'd also let hubby know. I'd be like, Mum did this, it made me feel this way, so I'm going to have a really nice, respectful word with her. And if it continues, then I'll have to escalate. And then that's when he might be like, you know what, I need to just shut this down.
And step in. Yeah, indeed.
Well, hopefully. Yeah. Because other than that, it's like, fuck off, lady.
Of course.
Like, and then I throw all my tampons in the bin. Or like every day, like change the number. So, like some days there's 10.
Of course.
And some days there's 2. And then the next day there's like 14.
And it's not a monthly thing. It's just like a daily number.
Be like, what's going on?
And then like halfway through the day, but I'd also like change like the brands as well.
Just switch them so that she really thinks that she's bonkers.
Or in the tampon box, I'd put like a note or like a cupcake. Gotcha! You know what I mean?
Hello there. Yeah. You again.
So you got camera. There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why are you still counting my tampons?
Yeah. Here's one for you.
Exactly.
Honestly, the things that people are experiencing is actually diabolical, because I'm just like, there has to be other things that people are concentrating on.
Exactly.
You've got a grandchild, obviously. You've got your son. You've got your daughter-in-law. Focus on your retirement. Get a hobby. Knit something. Do something.
Anything else.
Exactly.
Find some yam or something.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean? Go to the market.
Yes.
Sit on your veranda.
Jeez, and enjoy the sun. Get your vitamin D in.
Exactly. But you're here counting tampons.
And I do wonder what goes through their... So there's this show that I watch.
Okay.
90 Day Fiancé.
Oh, yeah. You're obsessed with that.
Oh, no. This is not even 90 Day Fiancé. Take it back. This is Love After Lockdown.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Love After Lockdown.
That's the prison one, right?
Yeah, the prison
one.
one.
Yeah.
So this girl...
I thought you meant after, like,
the actual lockdown, the panoramic? No.
Yes. This is
Panasonic.
Yes.
Prison girl.
Oh, Love After Incarceration.
Yes.
Right.
Love After Incarceration.
Okay.
So she was dealing with her man who was in prison. Obviously, they got married.
In prison?
I think so, yeah.
That must have been nice.
Yeah, great.
They had the whole ceremony in prison. He came out,
very long dress, of course.
I think so. I don't know where these women be getting the money from.
It could literally never be me.
I don't know where they get the guapo from.
You say that now.
Exactly.
There could be a prison bay out there.
Listen, half mine and it's not in prison. We thank God.
Thank God indeed. And she gets out. Obviously.
So she's in prison.
No, the man is. Sorry,
okay.
So she's getting out of.
He gets out.
Okay.
He gets out of prison. They. Obviously, he's been in prison for some years now.
Oh, yes.
They're fucking.
Okay.
She gets pregnant.
Okay. Right.
Fresh out of him getting out of prison.
This sounds good.
Yeah. So
stable.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
They
a bit of stability.
They tell their parents, and the mom is like, "Whose baby is it?" And she's like, "What are you talking about?
Excuse me?
It's your son's." She's like, "But he was in prison."
So he's out now, ma'am.
Out of prison. So they're getting ready to go do their gender reveal. The mom is like, "Oh, I have a gift for the baby.
It's a DNA test.
It's a paternity test.
Of course it is.
No way. Just like, what?
No chill whatsoever.
How does that make any sense?
What? Your son is obviously, he said...
He's clearly not the prize,
He's like, Mom, thank you.
He's clearly not the prize.
Your son is not it, sis.
You should be thankful
that anybody's
that
laying down.
anybody is laying with him.
He did buy her a Mercedes truck after
Good for him. Good for him. Okay.
Someone hid some funds.
I know those PPP loan scams situations.
I have no idea.
Oh dear.
But he's
probably
like,
a hush
Mom.
puppy when he comes out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's gonna
still be balling.
Exactly.
I know that for sure.
No, it
Thank you.
He's sitting down with his Louis Vuitton bag.
I know that.
In the commissary.
He's in the Versace prison.
I'm telling you.
He sure is.
He is what?
He's got steak in prison. It's like
he's sipping tea out of his
and he's coming out early. You do know he's gonna come out early for good behavior.
He's paid everybody.
When is he supposed to come out?
I'm not. I think he got 8 years or 10 years or something. Yeah, but I think
and it's been a while. It's been a few years already.
Wow. And then he went and did something else while he was already in. I said,
calm down.
I said, sir.
Wow.
But then he's probably like, I've been caught now, so let me just.
So I might as well just finish this off.
Like,
put it in a Swiss bank account.
Exactly.
And then it'll be there for me.
I'll finish.
Yes.
There we go.
When they say money is the root of all evil, I can't. I cannot.
That man really lived in that short period of time.
I'm telling you.
He sure did.
He lived.
He lived.
He really did. And he wasn't even that active for that long.
No, he wasn't. That's what I said for a very short
maybe
period
he
of time.
was active
Live
for,
fast, die young.
He just didn't. True. Maybe he just wasn't showing his lifestyle for a while. Maybe he already, he was living.
I don't think so.
But he made a lot of money very quickly.
Very quickly. It's one of those, the memes that you see on Instagram and people say, oh, I said that, when I become rich and famous, I'm going to be humble and give my money to charity and this, that, and the other. Next thing you know, you're in Chanel 5 days a week.
Exactly. Yeah. He said the opposite. He said, when I become rich and famous, you're going to know about
exactly.
it.
Yeah, you sure are.
Including the FBI.
Yes,
exactly.
You sure are. And he brought the whole crew to come stay in that big old house that he was in.
God.
He didn't actually think that through.
And there's several celebrities who were all over him. And of course, I'm not saying nothing at all now. Yeah.
Very quiet.
Very
silent. Hush puppy.
Of course. They, indeed.
They really did.
So wait, he had kids, right?
No, I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
Where did you get that notion from?
Oh, he didn't
Unless
have a
son
son
or something?
Yes.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I was going to say,
No.
But he'll come out of prison with like 5 kids and
possibly
7 wives.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Possibly.
Because if you're gonna write to any prisoner, let it be that one.
You get what? Exactly. But how do we not know that, it's the same situation that my girl, the one that got pregnant really fast.
Oh,
He bought her a Mercedes.
Yeah, it possibly is.
So
So did they do the paternity test?
No.
Did mom apologize?
So she finally apologized because the sister-in-law pulled mom aside and said, like, Mom,
that's not
cut the crap.
Yeah, that's not cool.
You can't.
And is it one of those? I apologize for the way you feel. Was it that kind of apology? Never really an accountability apology.
No.
Because
what a damn shame.
And then the phony hug at the end.
Of course.
Because older people, no offense, older people, don't feel that they need to give any accountability.
Oh
to
yeah,
never.
Never.
Like you can never pull up your parents on anything.
I really hope that's not going to be us.
No,
I really hope so.
I say sorry now when
I do actually. I apologize to my child now. I never used to.
When I get upset and then she tells me like, "See, it wasn't me," and I'm like, "My bad."
Okay, I'm sorry.
I
do apologize.
Because,
I think it's necessary. I need to break the cycle.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, it's very necessary. What's your little scenario?
Oh, so mine. Okay.
Go on. Canting sanitary products.
No.
I'm hoping this is not you ghostwriting.
I'm definitely not ghostwriting.
You said that.
I'm not ghostwriting. You see how she set me up there, you guys. This is not my personal scenario.
No.
So, my in-laws ruined my marriage.
Okay.
I never imagined that my life would turn into a never-ending tragedy.
Jesus.
But that's precisely what happened when I became the person at the brunt of family and in-law problems.
Okay.
It's giving Nollywood.
Yes.
Actually it
It's
is.
giving.
It's Greenleaf.
Greenleaf, Tyler
Giving
Perry, yes,
Greenleaf.
It
exactly.
is.
Yeah.
God is good.
All the time.
And all the time, God is good. Just had to throw that in there.
At the age of 28, I met and fell in love with the man of my dreams, who was 30. Our love story was like something out of a fairy tale, and I couldn't have been happier when we decided to tie the knot. Little did I know that the real drama was yet to come.
Oh dear.
The first sign of trouble appeared during our engagement party, where I met my partner's parents. They were pleasant enough at first.
Engagement party.
Oh my God.
That's very early on.
Not very. What do you mean? They're about to get married.
No, it's very early on for the drama.
For the drama.
of
You can
course.
easily,
But you know,
right there and there.
I'm telling
this
you.
Yeah.
is true. But it lets me think that he probably hid his parents from her for a while.
All right.
Because he knew they were bonkers.
Exactly. Hence why they only are just now meeting
Of course.
at the engagement party. So yeah, they were pleasant enough at first, but as time went on, I began to notice their overbearing and controlling nature. It was as if they couldn't bear to let go of their son.
Oh God, here we
We
go
know
again.
that all too well. Our wedding day was supposed to be the happiest day of my life, but it quickly turned into a battleground.
Ooh.
My fiance's mom insisted on picking the flowers and the venue, while my fiance's dad had strong opinions about everything from the guest list to the menu.
The dad.
Which is very
Lucky he's even invited.
Exactly.
very ironic. My own family, including my parents and my younger brother, felt sidelined and upset by the constant interference. As we settled into married life, the problems only escalated. My mother-in-law would drop by our home unannounced.
They love
Yep,
unannounced
unannounced.
visits. Those ones.
Criticizing my decorating choices and offering unsolicited advice on how to run our household.
So come and run it then, lady.
Exactly.
Thank
And I'll
you.
just pop up.
Honestly, yes.
It's
You
the
can do it.
unannounced.
Yeah, just
It's-
just come and live here.
It's the unannounced dropping in for me. Like, why are you here? And why have you not called first? I'm sorry. Why?
I'm not opening the door.
Why? Why are you here?
I'm not.
Why? It's no, but imagine it's the unannounced with some of them having keys.
Oh,
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
the sons give the keys to the mothers, and and this whole it might be an emergency, but
Emergency for
your
who?
emergencies are in your home, your wife and
Exactly.
your children.
Yeah, exactly.
Those
Exactly.
are your emergencies,
Exactly.
sir.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, God.
Oh my goodness. My father-in-law constantly compared me to their ideal daughter-in-law, making me feel inadequate and stressed.
I'm shocked at dad's behavior in
That
this
is
one.
that is
Dad is
disgusting.
Exactly.
Dad is giving me queen vibes.
Exactly,
Like, Dad,
'cause
what is
bro,
going
like,
on? Is he a little sweetie sweet?
That is
What are we doing?
disgusting. Because first and foremost, how are you saying like, oh, I like my other daughter-in-law better?
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Oh, Lish was great. I don't know why you're here.
Exactly.
Yeah, Lish is fantastic.
Why can't you be like Leash?
Exactly.
Why can't you cook like Leash?
No.
God.
Sir, please. I don't even.
And
First of all,
it's a-
why are you in my house?
Thank
Number
you.
One,
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Exactly. Why are you here?
Go to Lish's house.
Exactly. She's waiting for you. It's very Greenleaf.
No, she's not. The breaking point came when we announced that we were expecting our first child.
God forbid. God forbid.
My husband and I were overjoyed. However, his parents saw it as an opportunity to further meddle in our lives. They insisted on being present during doctor's appointments and wanted to pick out the baby's name themselves.
It could never.
Right.
Ah!
Right.
These people are not well.
Right.
Not well. They
What's
were there for
wild,
the
what's
war.
wild is that the father of my children has no say in my children's names. Actually, he was quite happy to just say, "You go ahead
Yeah,
and you
and
do it." He comes to me saying, "What's our kids' names?"
What do we call the children again?
What do we call the children?
What are they?
I give him a list, and then he says, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna pick the ones I like," and I'm like, "Sure."
Okay,
Right.
What we'll do is the ones you
Exactly.
highlighted, those are the ones you like.
There we go.
And everybody
that's it.
lived happily ever after.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Imagine your father-in-law's at your doctor's appointment when you've got one of those
Oh my
spatula duck
goodness.
things up your cervix.
Said that's a rosemary. That's definitely
No
a
way.
rosemary.
You need to
No
get out, bro.
way.
I don't know what you're doing here.
way.
That's
No way.
What
is
liberty? It
crazy.
could never
That is crazy.
be me.
Okay, that's
Unbelievable.
I finally decided that enough was enough.
You go, girl.
My husband and I needed to stand up for our family and create boundaries.
Indeed.
We had several difficult conversations with his parents, explaining that while we value their input, we needed to make our own decisions as a family. It was a painful process, and there were tears and arguments, but it was necessary for our
tears.
sanity and
That's the
happiness.
dad crying.
He sure is.
And I love those vitamins.
What a little bitch.
He's like, wow, now I can't go to the hospital anymore?
Exactly. I wanted to break your water.
Basically.
Sir, please.
Basically, over time, my in-laws began to understand the importance of giving us space and respecting our choices. But the scars of the years of turmoil had taken their toll on our relationship.
Indeed.
And my husband and I grew distant. Our love eroded by the constant battles with his parents. We tried therapy, but it was too late to salvage what we once had.
Too late, baby
Our
girl.
marriage eventually crumbled under the weight of the past, and we got divorced. And our children had to grow up in separate households. My heartache was deepened by the knowledge that our love had been torn apart, not by external forces, but the
internal,
interference of those who should have supported us.
Do you know what? That's really, really sad. No matter how much we've jested through that, because Dad took the piss.
You sure did.
But I mean, and you kind of, if I were her, I'd be saying to the parents, "Are you happy now?"
Yeah,
basically, that's what you
essentially,
wanted.
this is what you wanted. So you got what you wanted. You compared me to the other women. You interfered. You showed up unannounced. You were inappropriate the whole time. But you got what you wanted, right?
I sure did. It's sad, so sad.
That's
because
really sad.
she clearly loved the man, and I'm sure the man
did.
loved her rather. But then it just, it eventually just the strain is too much.
True, but then where was her
is
husband
it
in all
worth
of
it?
this? Why didn't
was
he
gonna
stand up
ask
for
that.
her?
Yeah.
I feel
Maybe she just didn't speak up for him. She's speaking up for herself. Because bear in mind, they're now separated. She has no obligation to say, "Oh, yes, he was
He
great
did
in all of
this,
this,
or-
and he supported me, and this, that, and the other." And she's also mentioned that they did sit down together to have those difficult conversations. So if he wasn't sort of interested, or if he wasn't supporting her, he wouldn't have those sit downs. But the red flags were there, sis.
Yeah, from the
They
start.
were there from the beginning.
I'm gonna play devil's
They were
advocate here, and I wonder if the parents, when the two younger people had the conversation with the parents, I wonder if the parents knew what they were doing was wrong, or did they think it was coming from a good place? And it doesn't excuse their behaviour whatsoever, but I wonder if in their sort of trying to be there for them, they thought they were trying to be there for them, thought they were trying to support them, or actually did they know that they were operating from a place of maliciousness? That's what I want to know, because I know that sometimes, especially older people, and I'm not bagging over older people, by the way, but they can do things that we would find intrusive.
True.
That perhaps they think that they are supporting us and they're loving us, and that they're doing it in a way that makes people feel stifled, or makes people feel that they're intruding on our privacy. So I wonder, with those parents, were they doing it from a place of maliciousness, or was it from a place of ignorance?
Possibly, actually. I understand your point of view. I speak to my therapist often, who's also my brother. Hello, brother. And he says to me, people operate or use the tools they have in their toolbox. If they don't have the specific tools to deal with the situation, they will still continue to use the same tools. Regardless of what the issue is with what's happening, with what the problem is with the car or whatever it may be, they use those same tools. If they have a screwdriver, they're going to continue to try and use a screwdriver on a Jaguar.
Yeah.
And it's not going to work.
And it's not going to work. So you have to just, regardless of how everyone operates and says, okay, you should be able to climatize, you should be able to move on, you should be able to let go. They just don't have those tools.
Yeah.
and it's maybe possibly coming from a place of trauma, likely they don't know any better, very likely, and it's continual behavior, generational behavior. They saw it with their parents, then it happened to them. So basically, it's just going to continue. It's just going to continue.
But it's such a shame that actually the marriage couldn't survive.
Even after having the conversation.
Yeah, that's true.
And after the conversation, you know, did the parents not back off? Did they not think to themselves, actually, we're in danger of destroying a relationship?
So, but I mean,
did they get what they wanted?
That's why I am also wondering about the husband, because who knows, maybe he felt some type of way because his parents that were at one point possibly heavy involved in his life, they backed off, right?
True.
So he probably started feeling a void.
Yeah, that's true, because he's like, I love my parents.
Yeah, where are they?
Yeah, and I really want them to be around myself, my family.
Yeah, exactly.
But they can't be here. Yeah, the scenarios like this make me super thankful for my in-laws, because they are a dream.
Oh, are they?
Oh, they sure are. A couple of factors here and there. Mother-in-law, slight communication barrier here because, of course, the English that she's mainly speaks Yoruba, but Dad is an absolute dream. He's bliss.
He's not like this Dad.
No, he's definitely not like this Dad. And Dad is so good. But I keep on telling him off recently because he predicted the whole twin thing. He was like, I pray you're gonna have twins one day.
Stop it!
I pray you're gonna have twins one day. And I told him that. Stop it, Dad. Stop it, Dad. And what happens? I have twins. So I call him all the time and I'm like, you are the reason why I'm in this situation.
If he could manifest me £1 million.
Exactly. I will call him today and I say, Dad, look, you need to work on this next because you've given me these childrens. And then now I need to feed them.
Exactly.
So please help
Tell him he's not done yet.
Help us.
He's not done yet. There's some bit.
Exactly.
If we just give him a list, like I'm sure if he can just work his way through it, that's absolutely fine.
A little story time actually. My middle name is Munode, and Munode in Shona, which is my native language in Zimbabwe, it means what do you want? Okay, and this is from an in-law story. So God rest their souls, and they've all passed away. May they all rest in peace. But my mother specifically named me Munode because her mother-in-law basically had, I think it's several boys. I believe it was like 6 or 5 boys.
Wow.
And this is where all my boys come from.
Okay.
Yeah. So every single, you guys know I've got 3 boys. Every single daughter-in-law, she had somewhat of a slight issue with. I won't spill too much tea. A slight issue with every single, I'll keep it cute, with every single daughter-in-law. And because of that, she ended up naming her lastborn, which is me, Munode, which is what do you want? So when she came to actually meet me, you know how in back home, you have the, you do the introductions of the children, the new baby. I was baby number 5, so it was just going to be a simple introduction. There was nothing too major, no party, no nothing. And so the whole family was invited to dedication and all of that stuff of the baby. And she said, oh, her name is Dion. And they said, oh, that's lovely, that's fantastic. And I said, oh, no, other name is Munode, of course. And looked her dead in the eye and said, just for you, lady.
Wow.
So you got your shadiness from your mama.
I got my shadiness for my mama. And I'm very proud of her because she somehow stood up for herself in the most blatant, loud way that she could. Seriously. And that is so me. And I love that for her. Yeah, I really do. And my name is so unique. Like very few people actually are named that because normally in Zimbabwe, our names they continue. We have names that just you hear them over and over, but very rarely will you ever very common names. But Munode, I've never in my life ever met another Munode.
I love that. Fly on the wall to see your grandmother's face.
Exactly.
Honestly, I think about
it's
that
looking
all
her
the
dead
time.
in the eye.
Yes.
this.
Because at that point,
exactly,
like,
girl, what do you want?
You could say, like, you can't say anything.
Like, girl, what do you want?
Exactly.
Yeah, because apparently when she had the 3 boys, it was the problem. Are you gonna have a girl at some point? She had the girl. It's like, are you gonna have another girl? And then she had the girl, and then she's like, girl, what the hell do you want?
Exactly.
What else do you want?
Yes. Yeah. So apparently he kept her quiet then thereafter.
Wow.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Good
it was,
work, Mom.
I mean, true, because what can you say
At this
what can you say?
point, what do you want?
At that
Exactly.
point,
What
you've
is it
met
that
your
you want?
match.
You have met.
Yeah, no,
And I'm not
seriously,
going anywhere
you
because
met
they
your
were
match
together.
at
My
that
mum
point.
and my dad, they were together a good 35 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she said, girl, I'm not budging. I love the man and not the, the mother of the man.
Mm-hmm.
So you do your worst, but I'm here
Exactly.
for
I
a
love
long
that.
time and a good time.
I love
Yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah,
I definitely hope with my children that, I mean, I feel like I will. As long as they are with somebody that is treating them well and not bringing harm to them, I don't see the need to just make that other person suffer.
Exactly.
No.
It does
It's
not
weird.
make
It's
sense.
weird.
It is weird because you're adding to your family, and isn't that a joyous, like, wonderful thing? Like, I have to say that my mother-in-law is the sweetest,
Lovely. Yeah.
kindest. She's just, she's genuinely a lovely.
Hello, mother.
Hi, mommy. she's just wonderful. She's really lovely.
We're gonna send you the link. Make sure you click on it.
Exactly. Sponsor my girl.
Exactly.
Some people did as well.
Subscribe.
But she just is genuinely, like, the whole family are just very kind and loving.
Oh,
and
that's amazing.
And I want that for Naima.
Yeah,
certainly. To marry into a family that's just joyous
As is
and
welcoming.
is happy to have additions to it. Because isn't that what you want? You're growing your family. That's a joyous thing. Why would you make another person suffer?
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
And even when I raise the boys, I always tell you, I tell him, and he's too young to even like notice what I'm saying, but I'm always telling him, this is for your future partner. You should be able to do this. You should be able to do that, because she should not be in a home with a man married, or just not even married, or with a partner who is not a wholesome partner, that doesn't contribute to the household and thinks that everything should be done for him.
Exactly.
You should be able to contribute to the household, not just financially, but also in other ways, in other scales.
Absolutely.
Teach them,
That's
teach
very-
them,
that's
teach
very
them.
important.
Because especially now, I believe a lot of people are dealing with the after effects of boy moms that haven't raised their sons properly in order for them to treat their partners right, whether it be a she partner, a he partner, any type of partnership that you're in. You should be treating people equally, wholly satisfaction, and just be a good person.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, is that, I mean, we could have endless discussions about mummy's boys and all the rest of it, but there is something about a man who loves his mum in an appropriate way, in an appropriate fashion, that will be a good husband, because he will know how to love a woman.
Indeed.
Exactly.
You know?
But also it depends on the extent.
Exactly. That's what I said. An
It has to be an appropriate amount.
It depends on the. It shouldn't be that in your eyes your mom can do no wrong.
No,
Yeah,
not
that's
at all.
not-
Because no one is perfect,
Exactly.
whether they're your mother or not.
Exactly.
Or your father, as we heard in your story.
Exactly. So
man.
it's like, we should hold our parents accountable in some instances, and also siblings.
That's it. I was about to say that, because in-laws is not just the mother and the father that might be a trip. The siblings might be a whole entire trip all the way to Zimbabwe, which takes 13 hours, 2 stops, and no direct flight.
Hey, tell you I'm so fit.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So,
exactly.
the siblings can be something. And it's like, come on, guys. You're all raised in the same household. Live your life. Let them live their lives. I'm so thankful for my sister-in-laws. I say this all the time. Putting up with my brothers.
Yeah.
I'm like, someone has to do it.
Oh, God, it's so
And I am
true.
definitely, someone has to do it. And I'm definitely not going to be in the background talking about she's this, she's that. No, I'm so thankful. The children that they've raised, all the whole, just being with my brothers, loving them wholly, and just being a great example of women in their lives.
No,
So
I agree
there's no way out
100%.
intervene.
No.
I would never intervene as well. My brother's happy, my sister's happy,
And
so
that's
I mean,
it. Yeah, exactly.
And that's what we really want, isn't it? For everybody to be happy in their lives with who they are with.
Exactly.
My brother got married last year, actually.
Oh, fab.
We're both quite newly married, actually. And they have 2 girls, and yeah, they're happy, definitely, and I'm happy for them.
It's like good for them.
Yeah, and then on my husband's sisters, they're not married yet. Come on. They're so lovely. They need to get married. If anybody wants to marry them.
You see, there's like a list of sponsors that we've been shouting out every week.
Exactly. But I'm so grateful for them. I didn't have, I just had a brother growing up. I think I always wanted sisters. I think that's why God gave me a daughter. Absolutely.
Yes.
And so I'm so thankful to have sisters. And they're so lush.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they're really cute.
That's
really
good.
lovely.
Yeah.
Just like Mum.
You've also built, I think, your own sisterhood in general. Us, for
Yes,
example.
Yeah,
Like we love you dearly, and thank you so much.
Thanks for having
joining
me.
us. Yeah.
Listen, we have to do this again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
100%.
Please, in the comments, send her back to us.
I'd love to come back. That was so much fun.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was all about in-laws, and I am Dee.
I am Lish.
And thank you for being at Allow It.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me.
Yes.
If you want to say that all week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a great week.